Hello guys and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Greg and I'm back with the first starting 11 show of the new season. So we're kicking off this campaign again away from home, but this time against Spurs. Mourinho versus Ancelotti, two of the most successful managers of the last decade. And we get to be a part of that, which is pretty incredible. The first show obviously is always one of the toughest. We've got some new personnel through the door. We've lost some players, players back from loan, and obviously this fantastic new look midfield. Carlo Ancelotti ended last season obviously not happy, very upset with the midfielders having to play every game. And fair play to the board for backing him to bring in his personnel, and fair play to Ancelotti for the pull he's shown in getting these huge players to come and play for our club. Obviously, I now feel a lot better saying, here's my predicted Ancelotti lineup to this time last season, where I was giving you what I thought Marco Silva would be starting with. But as I say, always a tough first show. A couple of things to get out of the way first. The first discussion needs to be about formation. How do I think Carlo Ancelotti is going to start this season in terms of shape? The Duncan Ferguson 4-4-2, with obviously Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin up top. Will we see what I've seen some shouts for is the sort of 4-4-2 in more of a diamond in the midfield that he played at AC Milan back in the day? Gives us a chance to show off some of the new midfielders we have, as well as make up for the lack of quality wide players we really have. Or will we see what he ended last season with, so the 4-3-3 that he played against Bournemouth, obviously ineffectual, but with a midfield that didn't have the skill set to deal with the formation. And I think that's what we might see, that 4-3-3 with sort of two more defensive midfielders and then a number 10. I think that's what we'll see because we're playing Spurs. He's going to want to be a bit more conservative. And I think it's the safe bet just to go with what we saw last time. I think it's the fairest way of doing this without just speculating new formations and completely guessing on a shape. And then the second discussion needs to be on personnel. So from what we know, the press conference, Delph's not available, Mina and Gomez are fit. And then the real question lies around our new signings. Are they match fit? Are they match ready? Are they Premier League ready as well? Is a big question. Doucouré should be, just coming playing his last season in the Premier League. I imagine Alan will be match fit. James is the player a few people have questions over. But for me, I'm going to move this video along and assume that everyone is ready to jump into the team straight away and just get that out early for the sake of debate. So moving on to the lineup, I think we'll see Jordan Pickford in goal. Obviously, a few people wanted to see us bring in a keeper to either push him or replace him completely, but that's not happened. I don't think Lersel's up to pushing the starting lineup, so Pickford in goal for me. Luca Dean out left. Obviously, Nkunku looks fantastic. I will say that in the friendlies we've played where he's got minutes, he's looked really composed. In fact, his performances have probably eradicated the need for us to bring in another backup left back, because I'd be quite happy with him on the bench with the skill set he's shown. Holgate out in the middle, out for a few weeks. It looks like we'll be seeing Yerry Mina and Michael Keane as the partnership. Maybe a bit early for Branthwaite. He might have to wait for his chance. Same with Gibson. It doesn't look at this point like we'll have another centre-back in permanently. Obviously, we're still in that loan market, so players like Tomori being thrown around. Hopefully, we might get another quality centre-back loaned in, really to plug that hole that Holgate's going to leave for a while. So those two, I think, will start with experience. And then our first real question for me comes on the right back. Seamus Coleman or Jonjoe Kenny. Kenny's obviously been given his squad number, given some trust. So it's likely he will feature and he will push Coleman for that spot, but I think Coleman starts as the captain and is probably the more experienced option. Then we move into this midfield, as I said, mirroring the shape of Bournemouth. So the two more in that pivot and then one ahead in number 10. I think the two more holding players we'll see will be Allen, fantastic, and Doucouré. With Gomez coming back from Portugal, perhaps with an injury issue. I think we're more likely to see him rested for a little bit. We pushed him back from his Son injury, and it didn't do him very well. He was behind pace. So I think we'll see Decore and Allen. And then comes my controversial shout, where I will emphasise, as I always do in these videos, that this is my prediction and not my ideal lineup. Because I think in number 10, and I just have a deep-rooted feeling that we're going to see Gylfi Sigurdsson start as our number 10. Obviously, we saw Bernard play against Preston and play really well on the inside, actually, much better than he does thrown out wide. I thought he had quite a positive impact, was much more creative through the middle. But I think we'll see Gylfi start there. And with that being said, that's not because I don't think James will start. I think James is going to start just out on the right. Obviously, I can see Walcott starting out there. James being introduced a little later on. But I think he's going to start out right for now, with Gylfi in the middle. You know, it's hard to substantiate when we haven't seen anything, all these players up for selection at the same time. So it's really speculative at this point, but that's what I think we're going to see. That being said, we'll see Richarlison, of course, out left. Just pick back up where he left off. That's what you've got to hope for. And Calvert-Lewin will start up top. Could be Moise Kean. He started the last game against Bournemouth and actually looked quite positive, I thought. But Calvert-Lewin will probably be our main striker going into this season. And I think that is the team I'm going to settle on for now. Pickford in goal. A backline of Dean, Mina, Keane and Coleman. A midfield three of Allen, Decore and Gylfi Sigurdsson. And then a front line of Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin and James. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Would you go with a different formation completely? I'm sure there's so many different potential starting lineups that all sound viable, probably sound better than this in terms of the quality we've got on the pitch and in which positions. So just leave in the comments how you'd line up the formation, the personnel, what you think I've got wrong or what you'd like to see. Would you rather see James central, Bernard over Sigurdsson, Branthwaite, should he be starting the season after the signs he showed at the end of last season? And let me know, guys. Let's hope we start the season well, and I will see you guys next time.